Okay, I found them. Red Robot Company. So, ROKAE Robotics, I'm sure I'm butchering the pronunciation, is a robotics company founded in 2015. The headquarters is in Beijing, China. It's a Chinese company. They maintain R&D centers in several cities, including Beijing, Tokyo, Wuhan, and Shandong. The company describes itself as a next-generation intelligence robotics expert, focused on flexible collaborative robots, cobots, lightweight industrial robots, and intelligent manufacturing technologies. Their business is global. ROKAE claims presence in 20 countries, including major markets such as China, Japan, US, Germany, Russia, Korea, and more. Why ROKAE builds their robots and technology. ROKAE offers a broad range of robotic products and automation solutions, some key product lines and technical strengths. Collaborative robots, they're X-Mate. So one of these must be the X-Mate. And SIRER series, these are flexible collaborative robots designed to work alongside humans, ideally for varied production environments. Also do industrial robots, lightweight and compact, versatile applications. Yeah, so it's basically a robot company that deals with humanoids and a mixture. I'll see if I can get. I think that's the collaborative one that's moving around in the background. Actually, want to see that one? See if we can get an interview with these guys as well. See what they say. Looks like they got like an exoskeleton. So you can see that they got like an exoskeleton thing here as well. Okay, guys, like what I understand, and I'm just going to interview this gentleman here just to learn a little bit more about ROKAE. But yeah, so like give us like an overview of what you got here, sir.
So we are a Chinese company. We made the industrial robots and the core robots. And here we bring our new products, the humanoid robots and two-arm robots. So that one, the inside one, we do the two-arm control. So we can do something like the traditional one arm, which cannot be done. So we like do collaboration. And this one we bring the extra skeleton here, so we can we let the man wear this, so we can record their move, and then it can like be recorded, and then do the AI training.
So like, so you you put on like the exoskeleton.
Yeah, so we record the hand move, and we can make the robot to do it like at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the recording data will be trained by AI. So then the robot can just do by itself, like to do the very such as in the hotel when you like want to make the bed or cleaning,
Yeah.
it's too complicated for the traditional robots. So now we use the AI training, and then we collect the data here, and then we make the robot to replay it.
Okay. And what you're saying is basically that you put on the exoskeleton, and then with the exoskeleton, that allows you to control the robot. So an example is if you're at home or if you're in a home environment and you're trying to make the bed or wash the dishes, the idea is that someone can virtually come on with an exoskeleton, put it on, and be able to do those intricate tasks. And that's how their system works, and then obviously, then they can learn off that as well.
Yeah, it's
So,
kind of like.
is that right? So what about the big one?
So this one is like the traditional cobalt.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like it can handle 45 kilos. Might be the world's largest cobalt for now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's mainly for the industrial use.
Yeah.
To do the things. The core robot they used to be like maximum 30 kilograms. So this one can handle more heavier worker, things like that. Yeah.
It's really on. So basically, what I do is I'll just say it again. So they've also got what is probably like the biggest cobot so far in the world with a 45 kilogram payload. Normally cobots go up to about 25 to 30, but 45 is quite a big one. So I'm guessing if that's a collaborative robot, if someone gets in front of it, then
Yeah, it got stopped.
it stops.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just force, yeah?
Yeah, so now this one is like more like prototype. So it like monitor the current.
Yeah.
When it has the certain chain, it gonna stop. But now we like developing one with four sensors in all its axles, and then it can like directly monitor the force. But it's gonna come next year.
So isn't there new technology where you can get within millimeters of the robot and it senses? So there's quite new tech. So I know that with collaborative robots, if someone bangs into it,
Yeah.
but I think these days there's tech where it gets to there.
Yeah, that's what it's another like technical approach, but we didn't use it in our product because it might have some limits. For example, when the humidity is very high, it won't work. Yeah, so we still use like a little bit more traditional like technical approach,
Right.
just to monitor the current and the force directly.
Right, so I see. So if it's too hot or too cold, then that sort of sensor.
I think it's more like too wet or yeah, the humidity. Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Mhm.
Okay, perfect. That's a great overview.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.